So it's exciting because I have a dog here. I have multiple dogs. I have a concourse. So I have two concourses that are here for guard dog training, and I have a lot of experience with concourses. The reason I'm bringing Onyx up is because Onyx is the black one that's a lot like my Bayek. It's a couple of months older. So my Bayek is a lot like Onyx and a lot like Tesla. Let me tell you something. Out of a litter of puppies, I would have chosen Tesla. But I would have chosen Tesla for the same things that are perhaps giving you an issue. And you know, the other day, I'm gonna maybe put this together with that video, maybe not, but so yesterday I took my own dog Bayek out to the park and he runs hot. Like, see, Tesla has been, so let me preface everything. I've known Tesla for a long time, almost all of his life, like you. I met you before you even had Tesla, you enrolled. Bottom line, I remember specifically when Tesla first came, kept him a little extra because he had a little temper a lot of sometimes. With other dogs, with me, with Oscar, with Angie. So because of that, that's why I started telling you a very specific way of handling him, yes? And you're very good at handling Tesla. I mean, you've achieved a lot with him. You handle him so deftly that he's amazing. Look, he's way better trained than my dog, way better trained than most service dogs. He's amazing. But I think the issue is in, and let me explain, the techniques and how you did them were flawless. You didn't do anything wrong. In fact, you did it very well. You know, with the e-collar training and everything, yes? And I understand your goals towards that, right? The thing is that with Tesla, we could have achieved the same, you have the rapport with him, we could have achieved the same results had we just used one of the other methods, yes? Because look, what I did with Tesla, and bottom line, Tesla has been a joy here. I have not seen an ounce of aggression out of Tesla ever since maybe this, I think maybe by the third stay, I just didn't see it anymore. So when I took Bayek out yesterday, I ended up, I was going to take him to a bar and take him to a dog-friendly place. I said I'm not going to because I didn't have the wherewithal to deal with it, okay? What I mean by this is I knew that I could, because I didn't have a clear mind, I could inadvertently condition him to be aggressive. So it's all in the way we handle them. You know, when I'm with Tesla, he doesn't feel like he has to protect me. And I'm not saying that Tesla feels like he has to protect you, but he's an Australian Shepherd. His looks belie the personality they have. Those dogs make pretty good guard dogs. People don't realize that they're also flock and herd guardians. See, people just think it's a beautiful, and by the way, how gorgeous, yeah? What a beautiful animal, yeah? But people think that a beautiful dog like that, Cranberry, you're in the wrong spot, buddy. I explained it to you like 7 times, remember? Why in the world would the camera be facing that direction? You're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way, Cranberry. You're going the wrong way, Cranberry. Over here, buddy. I'm going to explain it the whole time. Okay, sorry about that. That's not even going to be edited out. It is what it is, yeah? Real time. While we're running behind. So again, so with Tesla, yes, with Bayek, I opted to bring him home and just go have a meal by myself because I decided I didn't have it in me. So with Tesla, you know, when you're out with him, yes, you have to start doing little subtle cues to make him understand you're in control. If you watch my training videos, every time I walk into the training room, I always turn and close the door and come and bring the dog this way. So when you walk into a room, okay, you want to set precedence. You want to make him understand that he's not there to protect you. What I was saying really quickly, by the way, is people don't understand that an Australian Shepherd protects that herd from coyotes, from wolves. They're brave. People don't understand. That's why they're so good at agility, because they're bold. They'll run up that ramp. Tesla's bold. Tesla's a go-getter. Like you, yeah, man. Both y'all go-getters. You're the perfect dog for you. We're just going to have to make some changes now because of what has happened. So, as I was saying, yes, when you're with Tesla and you walk into some place, before you go in there and maybe, what do you normally do, by the way, sir? Let's say you walk into a room, you walk into PetSmart, you walk into a dog park, you enter a scene. What do?
So I have him sit first, right? So, and then I take the first step and I say heel, and he follows.
Yeah. No. See, that's too much. Dude, you have a dog that's exemplary, yeah? Unbelievable. His obedience. So with some dogs, like a Labrador, maybe they're okay with that. But Tesla would be a dog that has the genes and the intelligence to be a service dog, but would flunk out because he's too spirited. So let me explain. Yes, he starts to think that that you're asking him to potentially. And don't be married to anything I say. I might change my mind tomorrow. You know, I might watch this video. You know, the thing about Tesla is he's just been a sweetheart. He's like an angel. It's hard to see his problem, but I know his problem. You've told me about it. So, look, when you walk into a place, yes, and you're walking in and you tell Tesla to sit, if he's a Labrador, if he's a dog that has no guarding ability whatsoever, it'd probably work out okay for you.
Okay.
I would still say that's not good for the dog.
Okay.
It's too much. You know, like you're imposing too much on the dog, and this is what makes some dogs buckle. I would say a lot of labs are gonna buckle, especially when you put the e-collar on them, they buckle. They don't have enough spirit. I mean, they do have spirit. I'm gonna anger people. They just don't have fight. Tesla has fight.
So tell me what I should do in that situation.
Instead, when you go someplace, when you walk in, let's say you walk in and the doors slide open at PetSmart and you walk in, instead of coming there and making him sit, it might be a couple of things, right? You walk in and you make him sit, he might think he's there to protect you.
Okay.
He might think that as soon as you walk in, you tell him to sit, he's sitting down and he's scanning and he's looking and assessing threats.
That's exactly what he does.
Oh no. If you walk in there and get him to sit, he might just think, you know what, like he doesn't want me to show him how strong I am. He doesn't think I can defend myself. He's got a little bit of a warrior complex, yeah? He's a fighter. The right thing to do is when you walk into a place, let him be free. Let him go ahead of you. And as soon as he goes ahead of you, turn. Go in the opposite, catch him off guard, pop, turn. Catch him off guard, give him a little snap on the leash, yes? Don't be afraid to be physical with him. He walks ahead of you, pop, turn around, and then when he turns around right here, another quick little pop, and then when you come to a stop, he's gonna sit. And then you look around. And the moment he starts to look, boom, you walk right into it. I feel bad for him. Yeah. Because you're punking him. Yeah. You don't want to do that too much to a dog, but Tesla can take it, yeah? But you're punking him. You're making him think, oh, you're not supposed to protect me. And I like, so I don't do that with my dogs. Yeah, I want to build that, yeah? But I'm going to show you with Onyx, because Onyx is here for guard dog training. And Onyx is not like his brother Prime. His brother Prime is so social, has high social drives. Onyx is a lot like Bike and Tesla. He's confident enough to bite you. Do you know what I mean? But some of it is just based on wanting to be protective and just not digging some people.
Sure.
I don't know why. Some people he just takes to, some people he just doesn't, yeah?
Yeah, so he used to be perfectly fine when I took him to the vet and things like that. And as he got older, and just now he'll act a fool at the vet office, which is given because
right.
It's a scary place, right,
yes.
for the dog.
But really quickly about the vet office, this was the next thing that I was going to actually walk into. And I'm sure I told you this when you picked them up a long time ago. But look, like, you know how I always say, we want the dog to trust, have faith in us, that they trust that we understand the situation better than they do. I feel like it's a violation of their trust if you take a dog to the veterinarian and they're about to inject him and you tell him to sit.
Sure.
Have you done that?
No, I haven't.
Good for you. Wow. So you've never put him in a situation where you told him to sit and something, he was about to get a shot or anything like that?
No.
Well, how do you normally handle those situations, by the way?
So a situation like that, like I don't want him to associate a shot to a sit.
Correct.
So
good.
I usually just tell the vet to take Tesla because when I'm there, he acts a fool. Like he'll be kind of protective of me or whatever. So I say take the vet, do what you need to do to give him the shot or whatever.
When they take him out of the room, he calms down?
He takes him out of the room. When I'm out of the room and he's with the vet or whatever, then he'll kind of look back at me like a little kid, and then next thing you know, he just.
And they can do whatever they want with him?
Yep.
That's what I'm having happen here.
So I'll give you a perfect example. So
okay, please.
So whenever he goes to get a haircut, okay, he gets groomed. When I take him there, he'll start barking at the groomer, and then I'll just give the groomer the leash. I walk out, and I call the groomer to say, hey, is everything okay? Yeah, he's an angel.
Yeah. Okay. So see, that comes from what I did with him when he was here the few times. I have video of this. On one of my YouTube videos. I have him not find it. I won't put the link on there. But yeah, man, I do that a lot of times with the dog. I'll just grab the dog. I'll tell people, give me the dog. I'll grab the dog. I have a guy that came out here for a class I was doing that with, yeah? And I just grab the dog and I start walking and the dog goes from being aggressive to being calm. So when Tesla was a puppy here, every time a person would come in for a class and I'd bring him in and he'd start acting a little bit he's little, he can't hurt them. I give them the leash and I tell them just to walk with him, and he just turns.
Yeah, and he just changes.
Changes.
Like this.
Yes. So that's a safety precaution. Yes, that comes from conditioning. So that's good. That's played in your that. Because see, other than that, if we hadn't been doing that with him, he would have been unruly in those situations. But with Tesla, he's so smart. He takes the small and takes the next logical step.
So the second person that he bit was a groomer that was
Okay.
they come to your house
Okay.
to pick him up, put him in the van,
Right.
and
I
they
like
clean
this.
him. So the first time, so I did that whole thing where I gave her the leash and I said,
Perfect.
he's just acting up because I'm here. I gave her the
Yeah.
leash. She put him up on the table, perfectly fine. So about a month later, she rings the doorbell. He's due for another haircut, and me thinking that Tesla knows her, whatever, it'll be fine. I open the door. He's acting okay. He's petting her, and he's like, she's saying, "Good Tesla."
She's petting him.
She's petting him,
Okay.
and next thing you know, he just bites her in the finger.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I mean, this is like she's bleeding quite a bit from her
Yeah.
finger, and then she's just like, "Well, I don't handle aggressive dogs," and I'm like, the lights was kind of dark too at this
Right,
time, the
okay.
front, and it's taking some time to light up.
Oh, she was petting him. Was he wagging? Was he happy?
Well, he was excited.
Okay.
He was wagging, and I was like, okay, because honestly, I'm at a point where I'm scared, and I know he can
Right.
probably feel that
Yeah.
when he meets new people, not new
Yeah.
dogs, predominantly males.
Right.
So I was shocked that he did this with the female.
Wow.
So that's why I said, Erwin, we need to get this taken care of.
Yeah, we're gonna get it taken care of.
So-
And I'm not exactly sure. Listen, I've never asked you for any money when you boarded him, and I'm not going to. We're gonna make it happen. Ideally, I need to create a circumstance. Yeah, I need to see like maybe I'll be honest. I might need to have. And I've been very easy on Tesla, man. Like I've not tried to make him stay. That's why you don't see any videos of me working him. I want him to act the fool here.
He'll never act a fool around you. It's when other people.
No, right. So see, what I need to do is maybe have him come over when I'm gonna have a family get together. You know, when a lot of people are gonna be here.
Sure.
That's what I need to do. Yes, and we're gonna plan around that. I'm working that now. Yes, we're gonna make it happen. But there's a possibility that I can make him start thinking that he needs to protect me too. That's what I've been trying to do. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, so the first time I wasn't there. I was traveling.
Okay.
It was at my parents' house.
okay.
And the dog is in the backyard.
Yeah.
Okay. My neighbor comes over to the house. She's inside the house.
Right.
A family member in my house opens the backyard door. She's on the
Right.
phone. She goes outside. The door is left open.
Mhm.
Okay. So now Tesla's running with all his energy
Yeah.
inside
Oh my God.
and sees the neighbor
Right.
hugging my mom,
Yes.
and he jumps up
Oh my God.
and first bites her in the butt.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then she was like, "Hold up, I just got bit in the butt."
Yeah.
She turns around, he jumps up on her, bites her in the front,
No.
on the front, and I mean this was the marks. You could see the teeth mark on there, and
Are you
then
talking about like in her genital area?
Mhm.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He's mean.
yeah, and the funny thing is he knows her. The day before, she's inside the house petting Tesla.
That was the first time she met him?
No, the day before, she was with Tesla, petting him.
But she'd
everything.
known him before then.
She's known him before.
Okay. So that just sounds like it sounds like a guard dog. He's thinking she's being assaulted. He's gonna go out there and protect the one that he loves. So you're going to, hereafter, you're going to have to handle him as if he's a guard dog. He has a guard dog. See, I understand, but I have a hard time putting fault on him, playing it through his eyes. Seeing it through his eyes, I understand what he thought. He's a dog. You know, it's kind of like people say, well, my dog's gonna keep jumping on me. So yeah, but if you're a family that's very loving, if every time you walk into the house, you go and hug everybody, your dog thinks you're running and jumping on everybody. He's gonna see that. You see what I mean? So, perspective. So in that situation, we just have to maybe reinforce locks. And I know how tough it is because remember when I was younger, I had dogs that were fully bite trained, and they were so friendly with us inside that my dad was very cavalier about their willingness to bite somebody. He just thought it would never happen. So I understand. But if you can't double safety proof your home and treat it like you have a guard dog now, then maybe he shouldn't stay there whenever you travel. And for the record, whenever you travel, if you're going to travel, you can bring him here. I'm not going to charge. You just have to make the drive. He can come every time. He can come for a weekend. He can come whenever. However, I'm down. If that's what it's going to take to prevent this dog from ever biting in the future, then bring him here whenever you want to. You just have to drop him off. And you can give me short notice. Your short notice is 3 hours away. You know what I mean? There's plenty of time. You know what I mean? It's easy. It works, right? We can make it happen. We're going to make it happen. I don't know how many times we're going to have to walk around the mountain per se, but we're going to get there. Even if I have to just let him be bad here. Dude, I bring Tesla inside my house and I leave my sandwiches. I go out of my way. He just behaves. I've tried driving out.
He's tore up trash cans.
Dude, he's
taking food.
He's going to get there with me.
Yeah.
I just gotta he just can't feel like he has to behave here. This is church for him.
Yeah.
You think about it. He's in the synagogue. He doesn't want to misbehave here. The Lord is here. You know,
Yeah.
It'd be funny, yeah.
The Messiah's
here.
here.
The Messiah's here. He feels, he's like he's ever watching, yeah?
Yeah.
And I go out of my way to make the dogs feel like that, though. I FaceTime myself. I'll grab Cranberry's phone and I'll put it up and I'll FaceTime him and I'll go and I'll leave and I'll watch a dog. I'll watch them. And as soon as they go near something, I'll say no, and they hear my voice.
Yeah.
Think about it, yeah? It's like if we were technologically advanced enough to go to another planet, we found a civilization there, they're barely getting to it. If we put wireless speakers everywhere, they would think you're God.
Yeah.
You know what
so
I mean?
I tried not doing the whole crate training. I mean, leaving him in the crate when I travel, because I have a doggy door now in the new house, so you can go. And there's even another dog
Really
there too.
important. Okay, so you've abandoned the crate.
I tried it.
And you're saying when you travel, like you're saying that when you go to work or when you travel?
So for example, like today, I'm traveling right now. I had started leaving him in the house with the other dog. We have a
Running loose.
running loose.
Right.
There's a doggy door he can go outside whenever he wants.
Wonderful.
He did really well for the first 2-3 days.
Okay.
Okay, and then I started to increase the time that he was by himself.
That's perfect.
Then he started getting in the trash.
Okay.
So then I left the trash there, and I didn't punish him at all when I saw that he messed it up. The next time I hid the trash away, so he never had that problem. But it got to a point where he would always be digging the trash, that I just put him back in the crate now, and he's
Is that
fine.
what you do now?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank goodness that he started tearing up your trash, because he's less aggressive because you've been crating him. So another mistake was letting him out of the crate too early.
Okay.
I tell people all the time, hey, don't let your dog out of the crate until he comes and stays with me. Let me tell you, all Tesla's the flock guardian there. You leave, he's like, all right, I gotta patrol the ground.
Yeah, I mean it's true
I'm
because
going
I'm
out.
laying down and
Yeah.
it's 6 o'clock in the morning. He'll be barking at the trash people or barking at the neighbors.
Somehow or another, and I'm not gonna say you, and keep in mind, Tesla, everything you've done with him would work beautifully with another dog, yeah? He's just a different little puppy, or he might be the only one in the litter like that, but maybe not. He's a well-bred dog, so that accounts to that. He's what an Australian Shepherd should be. Nothing wrong with him. It's just the way he is. So, this is the thing, yes? Is crating him prevents him. Go ahead, if you need a pause, take 5 minutes, take 10 minutes, whatever you need.
You're fine, go ahead.
So crating him makes him think that, no, this is not your job, buddy. You have a different job to do.
Yeah.
Okay? Really quickly, do you use the good work theory with him, yeah? You see him sit, good sit, you
Yeah,
see
I
him
mean,
lay down.
yeah.
Perfect.
Definitely.
If you wow moments, yes? If he, wow, give him a treat immediately? Okay.
So I
Stop.
always keep a treat in my pocket.
That's beautiful.
Right? So if I'm in a drive-thru, for example, and he's not barking, I'm like, wow, good. Or good.
Good quiet.
And
Okay,
good
good.
quiet, good
Right.
whatever, and I
He's
give him a treat.
responsive?
Oh yeah, he loves it. I feel like I've gotten more
You're
out
doing
of him.
everything right.
I mean, we sat and talked for 2
Yeah,
hours.
man, you
before-
do. But most people need, the reason I keep hounding people about classes because they need repetition. So I repeat myself in every video, yeah? You're exemplary, yeah? That's why your dog is like that, yeah? You're intelligent, yeah? You understand, yeah? Remember? Circumference and radius? You know what I'm talking about? No? I remember when I was showing you the prong collar, right? And I was just, I was
Oh,
caught
that's
up.
right, that's right.
And I was like, hey, yeah,
go
you can
around.
increase the circumference. And you're like, you mean the radius? I was like, yeah, the radius. The radius, yeah? So good stuff. I learned, sir, yeah? The other day I went to go visit a girl, right? She had a Frenchie, and I went to go visit her. Her Frenchie, to go train her Frenchie. And I saw she had a list of, and I imagine you like that, because I feel like you're just young and so successful, you're traveling all over the place. I love it, yeah? So I'm like, I saw she had like a list of tasks on top of the crate. Dude, so I've been making a task list every day.
Wow.
Being a little more productive every
There you
day.
go.
10%, at least 10% more productive.
Okay.
That's forgetful, yeah? So again, back to what I was saying, right? So this is the thing with Tesla, is crating him is going to prevent him now. We need to teach him a new job. So Tesla, we need to teach him to hold things, to carry things. So we're going to start, where are you at now? Are you in Dallas?
I'm in Austin.
You're in Austin. Okay.
Yeah. So, but so I travel a lot. So I'm in Katy, Texas a lot, Sugar Land a lot. So whenever I'm coming there, I'll let you know so you can come for maybe a day or two or something like
Yes.
that. Because I'll be staying at hotels in Sugar Land. It's 30 minutes away. It's not even that bad.
Sometimes I go stay in Sugar Land just to get away.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I go there right there where the town square, whatever that thing
So,
is. It's
you know
so
how you were
awesome.
talking about. So one of the things, I don't know if I'm doing it right. He jumps on me. He gets excited, sure.
Mhm.
But I'm okay if he jumps on me. But I don't want him to jump on my cousins or my mom or dad. So what I've started to do is when I see him, I'm excited. I say, "Go get your toy."
Yeah.
Right?
Really quickly though, sir. Yeah.
Right.
Man, see, this is the thing is, dude. So, yeah. So that's why he's hot. Because I do this, man. I don't know if you follow my Instagram, but man, when I play with my dogs, they're hot. When I come over, like they're biting me, they're play biting me, they're pawing at me, they're jumping on me because they're guard dogs. So see, what you're doing is when you allow him to play bite you and like jump on you and all of that, you're like making him feel like he's supposed to protect you. You're like, he thinks you're excited. You're excited to see how strong he is, and he feels like you're rewarding him for protecting him, for nothing happening to your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Sure.
So and this is why I tell people, like, if you have a Rottweiler, let him be a little ghetto when people come over. Let him jump on you and stuff. Just don't let him jump on your family, but like the man of the house should allow it. Yeah. Well, that's what you've been doing. So see, with Tesla, he is the dog. When you come in, you need to ignore him completely, and if he starts to get excited, put him in the crate.
Well, he's
matter of
already
fact.
going to be in the crate.
Yeah. So then when you come in, is he going crazy?
He does, and I don't open him until he
Perfect.
comes down.
And then when he comes down and you let him out, now and then he goes crazy.
Yeah.
Take him outside and close the door. Close the doggy door. Don't let him go inside. Make him stay away from you until he's calm.
Okay.
You're not celebrating.
Even if he's scratching the door and all that stuff, just throw a chain at it.
Yep, go outside.
On the floor.
Yep, go outside. Throw a chain. Go out there and do that. Don't celebrate the fact. Don't celebrate that fact. In fact, what you should do is put Tesla. Listen, do the opposite. Get a friend of yours that doesn't know Tesla very well, or when you order delivery, set him up. Put him in the crate. When you order delivery, right, when you walk outside, pretend like you're on the phone. You're on the phone, and ask the DoorDash guy, "Hey man, hey, the money and the tip is right in there. My dog's gonna bark. He's in the crate. It's safe. Just go ahead and walk in there, yeah? And then as soon and go ahead and get. I'll be right with you. I'm on a very important phone call. You know what I mean? I call you're like this, and go like this, yes. And then as soon as the guy walks in and Tesla starts to react, you close the phone and you walk into the house. I want you to get a shrimp chain. A heavy shrimp chain. Like you use on a shrimp boat. I was looking for one. I needed one for you, and I needed one for another dog that's doing miraculously well, though. We have Gypsy. She's here because she's hot. But I haven't found one. I was wanting to have one to give one to you. Yeah, I have a t-shirt for you too, man. They're being ordered right now from Oregon. So I have one for you. I'm going to give it to you free. But what I'm getting at is you need to find a shrimp chain.
Okay.
Like they use on a shrimp boat. It's going to be heavy.
Okay.
It's going to be stainless steel. You need the light. Turn the lights on in the house. You need the light. You need the glimmer. So you're going to get the shrimp chain, yeah? And when you're out there, you're going to have that shrimp chain right by the door. And as soon as that guy or the stranger walks in and Tesla's in his crate and he starts to go crazy, you're going to walk into the house completely focused. You're going to walk into the house, you're going to grab the chain, you're going to walk to the crate, and you're going to drop the chain on the crate and you're going to walk away. And you're going to give the guy his money. Tesla's going to get quiet. He's going to know, my dad's got this under control. You have to set him up.
Okay.
The first time, you like pizza?
I love pizza.
The first time that you play that scenario again, yes? And you're in the house, you step outside and you're like, hey, would you mind? When he walks in there and you don't hear Tesla make anything, then you walk into the house focused. Give the guy his money, you open up the pizza box and you go and you put a slice of pizza in his crate. And you praise him. And you let him know, yeah man, I got this under control. That's what he needs. It's the little things that you're going to do that are going to change his behavior.
Okay.
If you're in there, and if you do this, tell me. If you don't, I believe you, yeah? But if he's barking, you're going there and you're like, Tesla, be quiet, or you're trying to shock him or you're trying to stop him, do you understand that when I want to build fury in a dog, I'll put an e-collar on them, and when they're biting, we give them a little nick. It infuriates them. Takes their bite to another level. I don't do that with the dogs. That's why I don't compete in like Chef's Hunter or anything. Because you have to kind of get a dog to that level, and I don't want to do it to the dogs. I don't want to teach a dog
So
to
if he's
force
barking,
treat.
just do a chain thing. Because before I remember you used to tell me to throw a chain at the crate. Right?
Yeah. But you're beyond that now, buddy.
Right. That doesn't work anymore.
You have to kick it up. So you're gonna have the glimmer of the chain. You can't do it in the dark room. It's gonna be like a metallic boa constrictor.
What's funny is, let's say he knows if I'm upset if he's barking. I'll look at him and I'll walk up to him and he's like,
But that's a reward. Listen, you're like a god to him. That's the way it is. You become a god to him. You can call electricity down from the heavens when he's far from you.
yeah.
Think about that. He's dumber than the most primitive civilization out there. I mean, he's smart, but you know, like Bigfoot, yeah? Bigfoot would be dumb if he was a human being, but he'd be brilliant if he was an ape. So same thing with your dog, okay? So you have to make him understand. You have to make him, hey, look, I don't need to be protected. Right? I don't need any of this. This is the role that he's going to play. Okay? So again, when you walk in the house, you're going to ignore him. After he's been outside for whatever, a few minutes, then when you come in, you're going to ignore him. If Tesla starts to bark and you look at him, listen, people, the word awesome, initially the word awesome was kind of a fearful word, right? Like God was awesome. Oh, scary. You know what I mean? Then it became something wonderful. It's awesome. So you have to understand your dog, right? He's in awe of you. Okay? So when you look at him, you're rewarding him. You're observing him. You're observing him. When you observe something, and I think even scientifically, yeah, but I think at least with a dog, you observe them and you're enforcing, you're encouraging, and you're promoting. You're acknowledging. Like, in physics, they talk about the observation effect, yeah? Nothing's really happening unless it's being observed, you know what I mean? Study about that, yeah? Same thing with a dog. So I base my training around is physics, quantum physics, what I do, yeah? Pay attention, observation. You observe the dog. So the moment you look at the dog, it's like the heavens have opened and God is looking at him. And even though you think he's cowering, yeah, man, how many people do you think would cower if God opened the heavens? How many people are going to be like, oh my God, oh Dios mío?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what's happening.
Okay.
He made the heavens part. So the right way of doing, and look, when I said come in the room and you're focused, you don't look at the dog. You're going to walk in, you're not looking at the dog, and you're just letting the chain fall. You're not looking at the dog. Don't look at him. If he's barking, when you walk into a room, right, and you start looking around, if you see that he starts scanning, don't look at him and run into him. Look away from him and run into him. This whole time there's been dogs behind me, yeah? I haven't turned to look at them. I did that on purpose. Because if I'm standing here, yeah, with a dog like Tesla, Onyx, or Bayek, and you've been pretty good about it. I haven't really seen your eyes dart too much. Sometimes, yeah. But if you're with Tesla, you're with Onyx, you're with Bayek, and you're standing there, yes? And somebody walks behind you and you look at them, you're miscuing the dog. You're making him be alert. Oscar spends his day, when he's not having to do something, looking for UFOs. He videotapes the dumpster all the time. I think they're naps. Put a video clip at the end of this. But he's obsessed, yeah? Dude, do you understand what a blessing it is that when a lot of times I'll look out and he'll have a dog at his side and he's walking around, he's like this. Dude, he comes to a stop, he makes the dog sit, he walks away from the dog, dog gets up, he's like, he's got a mat and he's got the UFO. But let me tell you something, all of those dogs benefit from being worked by Oscar. It's a blessing, because you know why? All of those dogs learn something from Oscar. They learn, keep your head up. You lead by example. And that's what's happening with your dog potentially. When I'm with Tesla, I do these type of things. I come out here and I'll have lunch right here and I'll have Tesla with me. What a joy, that dog. I wish that people like to see success more than they like to see failure. Because if people like to see success more than they like to, listen, how much construction do you drive by and never look? A building is being demolished and it It's reality because everybody's observing it. If Tesla was at your side, he'd think you're nervous. See how you just looked?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta learn when you're with Tesla. Remember what I started off with? I didn't take Bayek with me to the bar because I knew after a couple of drinks, I might start looking at everything. You know what I mean? Gonna get my dog hot. Good. So when you're with Tesla, you gotta change your mind frame. You gotta. I hang out with Tesla here, bro. He's good. I videotape and I delete. Nothing happens. It's uneventful. If something happened, then you'd be seeing it. Cause who's gonna give me a view and a thumbs up on a video where the dog's just doing great? Nobody wants to see it. I don't know why. That's initially when I met you. That's all I did was show dogs doing the best. Now I try to show dogs doing their worst, but it's just doing good. Yeah, you know. But what I'm getting at is, every time that I'm here, I'm doing something. I'm on the computer. I'm eating lunch. I'm on the iPad. I'm doing whatever. I never break my focus on what I'm doing. I give Tesla something to do, and he never breaks his focus. So
What
I'm
do you
leading
give
him
him to
by
do?
example. And you know, like one thing that he really likes to do, yeah, is if you get a bottle, right, and then I'll get that little bottle. I'll put it in a sock, and then I'll put peanut butter on the inside of it, and then I'll just put liver treats in there. You know, the other day I got little pieces of chicken. I put them in there. I put honey on them so they stick. And man, he'll just spend his time trying to.
You love that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
and I know that he can ingest the plastic, but that's why I got the sock over it. You know what I mean? And once I know it gets to a certain point, I just take it away from him. And not letting him tear it up completely, which would be unhealthy, builds his desire for it the next time. Again, look, you need to start finding toys. You need to start finding toys that you use to engage with for particular periods. From now on, don't take any risks. When somebody comes over, Tesla needs to be kenneled. And if he reacts, that metallic boa constrictor needs to land on him. Not on him,
On the crate.
on his crate.
Okay.
And you don't look at him. You just go and drop it. Don't look at him. He'll understand. He'll understand, yes? You know, the video that I sent you yesterday, you said you were watching it. Thank you. You know, the guy in there, yeah? When he's bent down like this and he's rubbing the dog,
Yeah, he's teaching it guard.
teaching it to guard. You know, when people come out here, yes, and they've paid me to guard dog train their dog, I tell them,
To do.
act scared. See, to the dog, he didn't look brave. He looked nervous because he's carrying behind her. That's how the dog is seeing it, and she's bold in front of him. So you know, when people come out here for guard dog training, I tell them, act nervous, act scared, be worried. Man, they never do that. They stand with the dog there who's about to be worried because somebody's gonna start coming out. And they stand like this. They think that in that situation, by being brave, the dog is gonna be brave. The dog's not gonna be brave. The dog's gonna think, you got this. You got this. You need to be brave in those situations. You know, fake it till you make it then. You have to.
Okay.
He has to understand. You're in control. When people come out here, yes, and I'm holding their dog, and a decoy comes, I act nervous and scared. Like I'm worried. That makes the dog behave that way.
So, give me a scenario. What should I do if I'm walking him in a trail or something, and someone comes up to him, approaches him to pet him?
Is he on the leash or off the leash?
He's on the leash.
On the leash? Well, listen, at this point, I would not let anybody pet him.
Okay.
You should get you a harness that says, please do not pet dog in training.
Okay.
Why risk the liability, sir? You're intelligent, I can tell. Let me tell you something, yeah? I'm not gonna stand here rather and lie to you. Other trainers will lie to you, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Nothing is 100%. Nothing. So, nothing. DNA test, not gold, 99.9, yeah? Something like that. So, if you take that dog to the park 100 times and he doesn't bite anybody, the odds are not in your favor. Take that dog to the park 200 times. The odds are not in your favor. I don't know if it was the very first time he put the key on the kite that he got shocked in a thunderstorm. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. But he kept on doing it until he got popped.
Sure.
Don't be that person. Listen, now in the state of Texas, you're culpable if you bite somebody. Don't ruin your life over the love of that dog. He loves you. But you got your whole life ahead of you, sir. Don't let that dog mar your thinking or your life. I wouldn't take him to the dog park anymore. Yes. Do I think he's going to be safe? I do. Do I think you're capable? I do. But is anything 100%? No. Nothing. You know, I'm going to just say something that might offend a lot of people, all right? But I'm just going to say it. I used to be really religious. I lost my religion. It's the spiritual. But let me tell you something, yes? If everything is 100%, then why did God send Jesus into the woods to be tested? Okay? If everything is 100%, even if God wasn't 100% sure then, I'm not going to stand here and tell you to be 100% certain that he's safe. Is your future worth that certain? I don't think it is. No, sir. He's going to come and go. Your next dog is going to come and go. Your next dog is going to come here, and you're not going to have to pay anything, sir. You'll see. I'm going to train him. Won't be any fees. Let me help you pick the puppy. I'm serious, dude. Let me help you pick the puppy, yeah? You did a hell of a job, by the way. You did good, man, and you found the awesome breeder, man. She kept him.
She keeps calling me. She said, hey, your Tessa's sister's had another puppy. Come
Dude,
by.
do you know? No, sir. No,
like,
dude.
No, I don't need
And
another.
for the record, you'd be a person that I would gladly give one of my Corsos to. Whenever I have a litter in the future, I'd gladly give you one of my puppies. So you're going to do a hell of a job with that dog. But you just need to listen, you're smart. Okay, again, do I think we will be in the clear? We will be in the clear. But don't put the odds against you. Don't put other people out there at risk, and don't put yourself at risk.
So Austin's very pet friendly, so I take him everywhere.
It is.
Well, I'd like to take him everywhere now,
Mm-hmm.
right? So just don't
Get the harness. Don't take him anywhere until you get the harness.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So start with that.
Okay.
All right? And then we're going to muzzle train him. Has he worn a muzzle with you before? Very simple, okay? So buy a plastic weave muzzle.
Okay.
Get one.
Does it have to be plastic, or can it be?
It should be like wire or plastic. It just needs to breathe. Don't get the one that's cloth that
Yeah.
needs to be like, right?
Okay.
And then what you're going to want to do is when you're going to want to like maybe put a little bit of peanut butter at the end or so, and then just let him get used to sticking his nose in it. Buy two of them in case you chews one up. Put one on the ground, put some peanut butter at the end, and then so he'll,
Send me a link to the one that you recommended me.
yes sir, so that
on
he'll loot
Amazon or
around.
something.
Yes sir, so he'll loot into it. Don't rush anything. Give him a week or so to get used to being around it.
Okay.
And then we're going to teach him to do it. And you're just, listen, if I were you, I would just walk him around, and if you're going to take him to a whole bunch of places and just get him used to being harnessed, he doesn't have to always be harnessed. But again, initially, during the training phase and the rehab phase, we're going to have to.
So give him a harness, but keep his collar still on, the training collar, right?
You're going to use a different one.
Choke chain?
Yes, sir. You're going to use a choke chain, yeah, because the choke chain is going to make him, worst case scenario, tap out. If he's wearing a prong collar and he goes after somebody, you pull that prong collar, it's going to infuriate him. If you nick him with that e-collar, it's going to infuriate him. But if you, unfortunately, that's why I don't use a choke chain with a dog, right? Unless it's a situation like this, the choke is going to make him, like the UFC, tap out. You know what I mean? It's the reality, yeah. This is going to happen. This is going to tap out.
You don't pull it hard like the prong collar either, right? Or is it?
Well, you have to. It looks worse because you have to pull on it.
Okay.
See, a prong collar, like with me, I can manipulate the prong collar, and you won't even know I'm manipulating it. Shenanigans, you know, the sleight of hand, yeah. With the, you can't really with the choke chain. You gotta kind of like be positioned, still walk around. But look, even if when you got the choke chain on him, you adopt this kind of formal leash hold, you're gonna look like Conan the Barbarian everywhere you go. You're not gonna think you need protection. You can walk around with an almighty sword, right? And then if he acts up, you just. But you're choking, yeah. But again, that's what he needs. Don't use the other collar. Don't use the e-collar with him for now. He needs to be placed on that. Okay? Do you have any questions about any of that? Okay. My name is Erwin Valderramos, and I can help you. I can teach you. I can show you the way. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel. Then you can text me all of your training questions, and I will answer them as honest and the best that I possibly can. You can watch all of my YouTube videos. You don't like the way I speak? Doesn't matter. Mute my videos and learn from my body language. My name is Erwin Valderramos, and I'm the Dog Messiah.